Welcome to the big room. My name is Brian Phillips. I love this band, and I'm excited to see them again. It's been a while. Everything has been a while. All the way from Auckland, New Zealand, expert in a dying field, the new album. They are the Beths. Give it up. Thank you. All right, how about a song, and we'll chat a little bit, huh?
Sure. No, this one's called Expert in a Dying Field. Can we erase our history? Is it as easy as this? Plausible deniability, I swear I never heard of it. And I can close the door on us, but the room still exists, and I know you're in it. Hours of phrases I've memorized, thousands of lines on the page, all of my notes in a desolate pile I haven't touched in an age. And I can bend the evidence, but I can't bend the pain, and I can't forget it. How does it feel to be an expert in a dying field? And how do you know it's over when you can't let go? You can't let go, you can't stop, can't rewind. Love is learned over time till you're an expert in a dying field. How does it feel? The city is painted with memory. The water will never run clear. The birds and the bees and the flowers and trees, they know that we've both been here. And I can flee the country for the worst of the year, but I'll come back to it. How does it feel to be an expert in a dying field? And how do you know it's over when you can't let go? You can't let go, you can't stop, can't rewind. Love is learned over time till you're an expert in a dying field. Can we erase our history? Is it as easy as this? Maybe in other realities, the road never took this twist. And I can close the door on us, but the room still exists. How does it feel? How do you know? You can't stop, can't rewind. Love is learned over time till you're an expert in a dying field.
Excellent. The Beths in the big room. Title song for the new album, Expert in a Dying Field. I was listening to that song and I was thinking about it. And it occurred to me that we learn all we need to know about certain aspects of life after we've made all the mistakes pertaining to what we've learned. Am I honing in on what you perhaps were thinking there?
Yeah, definitely. It's an aspect of it. It's I think a lot about just the fact that when you get to know people, or I guess I don't know, you get to know your life, but particularly with relationships with people, it feels like the process of kind of learning to love them is just learning kind of things about them, and then if those relationships end for whatever reason, whether it's acrimonious or not, you still have all that information, and you just kind of have to learn, have to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah. Well, that gave me a lot to think about. And we've had a lot to think about the last couple of years. And it occurred to me 2 of your 3 records were made in very strange global circumstances. And this new album, you had, instead of having to rush, you had more time on your hands than you thought you were going to have, right?
Yeah, about halfway through the kind of tracking process, mid-2021, New Zealand went into like kind of a 4-month lockdown. We didn't realize it was going to be that long. But we were not sure about how the album was shaping up at that point, so we used that time and really, I wrote a few more songs, and I think during that period, we turned the album into one that we were really proud of.
So are you the kind of person that if you live with something too long, you can't see the forest for the trees anymore, and you...
I think we're a band that needs a deadline, because we will expand to fill whatever space there is. Like, even if we had 4 years to make the album, I still feel like we'd hand it in a month late.
Yeah, that was the kind of student I was anyway, so I get what you're saying.
It's not wasted time. You just, you just stretch out what you're doing.
Well, wasn't your thing Animal Crossing?
Oh yeah, I'm ashamed to admit how many hours I've spent on that game, and unfortunately, it does tell you when you open it does tell you how many hours you've played it, and you're like, why are you telling me this?
Yeah. So you're kind enough to say we're playing 4 songs, so why don't we reel off a couple, and then we'll chat a little bit more.
Sure. Yeah, this one, it's called When You Know You Know.
it's quite a cost, but nothing comes for free. But when you know, you know, you know it's meant to be, meant to be. And all morning I've been crying in the rain. This meter I've been trying to contain. Yeah, it all could fall apart eventually. But when you know, 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 I wish that I could freeze time, go to the wild, soak up the quiet till I'm dripping wet with it. Then I would drive home, go to my room, bring myself out, that would be the end of it. Instead it's white noise, sufferingly loud, it's wearing me down, I'm up to my ears in it. It's like a wave break into my head again and again, how are you not hearing it? The sound, 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 the sound. I'd burn the city to the ground to turn it down. Silence is golden, is golden, is golden. Silence is golden, is golden, is golden. Like a flock of birds flying out of the trees into the sky, and he started to sweep me off. I'm gonna hurl now, strapped to my seat and into the ride. Somebody please let me off. Maybe I'll break, just shatter, disperse like cracks in a glass. Never hold a drink again. Hey, there's a feedback making it worse. A million hertz, I can hear the ring again. The sound, 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 the sound. I'd burn the city to the ground to turn it down. Silence is golden, is golden, is golden. 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 Spurred into a siren screaming, spurred into a jet plane engine, spurred into 6 a.m. construction. It's building and building and building until I can't function at all. Silence is golden, is golden, is golden. Silence is golden, is golden, is golden.
Beths in the big room. I really enjoyed the live album, Auckland 2020. And it occurred to me that that may be the only live document recorded by a band anywhere during the year 2020. You were one of the few bands that were able to play live shows because you were playing in New Zealand, where there, I don't know how many cases there were, but not many.
There were none at that time
Wow.
in the community anyway. There were some at the border, I think.
What do you remember about that night? It sounds like the energy of the crowd and so forth. Just
It was pretty surreal. It was like quite euphoric, I think. We had postponed, I think, that tour once already, just because it was supposed to happen in August, and then there was like another like small lockdown of like 2 or 3 weeks. so it got pushed back, and then it finally happened. And even when before you start the show, you're like, something could happen, and we could all have to go home right now. So it was amazing. I think we played the last note of the last song, and I just kind of like took a deep breath and just burst into tears. I just couldn't believe that we got to do it.
And your country, if there was like a case, so we go, all right, everything's off. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, at that point, it was 2020 and first half of 2021. That was the case, yeah.
I highly recommend you check that out as well, especially if you've never seen the Beths live before. Give you a nice little primer on what they're all about. You're going to play a song for which there's a video, Knees Deep, and it involves all of you bungee jumping separately. Whose idea was that?
Unfortunately, it was mine idea. They were all pointing at me.
Really? Because you look like you were absolutely terrified.
Yeah, I wasn't scared of the idea of it, and I'm still not scared of the idea of it because it's all hypothetical, isn't it? When you suggest it, and then it's not until you actually have to step over a platform and look over the edge, and it doesn't feel good at that point.
So for the band, it was everyone's first time doing that.
No, I think Ben had done it when I was a kid. I actually had done it when I was a kid as well, which is why I was like, I've done it before. This will be fine.
Well, Ben, unless there was some sort of trick photography, you hit the water, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was offered to me by the man in charge up there.
The jump master.
Yeah, the jump master said, you've done it before. Do you want to take a dunk this time?
And was it everything you dreamed?
It was possibly the best part about it.
Yeah.
It was refreshing.
Exhilarating.
It was precisely dipped up to shoulder level.
Yeah. What body of water was that?
That was the Waitemata, the harbour, just right out in front of Auckland City.
Oh, well, it looked lovely. I don't know. Liz, you're either a really good actress or you were completely terrified. I just watch the video for yourself. You see.
I was terrified.
Yeah,
I didn't want to do it.
Perfectly normal. I've never done it. I don't think I ever will. All right.
Never
So
too late.
you're braver than I.
Come to Auckland. We'll take you.
All right. You know what? If I ever make it to Auckland, I will. That is a promise.
All right.
The odds of me ever making it to Auckland are almost zero, but you never know. I would love to go. I hear it's a beautiful country.
It is.
All right.
Many lovely bridges.
And birds, too. You guys are obsessed with birds. We'll get into that another time. How about the song that'll turn you loose? Again, the Beths at the A&R Bar tonight. Expert in a Dying Field, out on September 16th.
Watching light through water, I wanna bend the way it bends. You slice like a knife through the surface, but what a thrill to see it end. With no scar, no memory, I'm envious, why pretend I'm not? Wading in up to the ankles, the cold speaks straight to my bones. Whole body and soul hesitation. I am a coward turned to stone. I stay there for centuries, so all of history knows about it. But hey, hey, we made it to the longest day. And the sun, the wind, the earth are wearing me away. The shame, I wish that I was brave enough to dive in, but I never have been and never will be. I'm coming in hot and freezing completely. The shame, I wish that I could say what I've been thinking, but I never have done and never will do so. Other these people never be brave like you, lighting up like a candle. I'm as likely to go out. You can sigh from the bottom of your lungs until the house gets blowing down. One step, then two, then three, till I've forgotten how to count them. But hey, hey, we made it to the longest day. And the river's ready current can carry me away. The shame, I wish that I was brave enough to dive in, but I never have been and never will be. I'm coming in hot and freezing
Beths in our bar tonight, Expert in a Dying Field out on the 16th. I enjoy your stuff so much. Thank you for coming all the way to America and playing. I know it's not an easy thing to come all that way. We do appreciate it. Safe travels and stay well, okay? One
Thank
more
you
time for
very
the
much.
Beths.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a great studio audience.